Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today I've got a Kyrie Irving build for you. Now he's just dropped 60 points upon returning back to the NBA for his away games. So I thought it best time to make a Kyrie Irving build for you all. So make sure he's a point guard, and we'll move on to the body settings. So I recommend dropping him to 6'1". I think in real life he's listed at about 6'2", so he's probably a bit taller than this, but just for the stats and attributes, 6'1" I found was the best height. In terms of weight, we just want to drop that all the way down to the minimum weight. So we want to maximise speed and speed with ball. So 160 pounds. And then for wingspan, to maximise your shooting stats, I recommend putting it to 6'5". I think that's the sweet spot. It also upgrades your ball handle a bit as well. So those are the body settings. Onto the attributes. I recommend putting your close shot to 92. Now you might find that weird on a point guard, but because we'll be upgrading mid-range, your close shot is already halfway there, so you may as well upgrade it to get the badge points. Because on this build we won't be upgrading dunks, because obviously Kyrie Irving doesn't dunk very often, even though he can. But on this build it just wasn't worth it wasting the attribute points on dunking when I couldn't find a way to get it high enough to make it worth it. So no dunking here, but for driving layup, we want to max that out to 99. So we're going to have 99 driving layup on this build, and that unlocks the 21 finishing badges and some great, pretty much everything Hall of Fame that you would want for layup. So fearless finisher, giant slayer, slithery finisher, acrobat, pro touch if you use the timer. For layups, teardropper if you like floaters. I don't do them often, but if you someone that times them very well, Hall of Fame teardropper, even though you can get that at 78, it's there. But they're all the badges Hall of Fame that you can unlock. And you need 99 driving layup for fearless finish Hall of Fame, which I think is a great badge. So that's the finishing layout. In terms of shooting, we want to upgrade mid-range shot to 92. So it's just a little bit below the max, but it does unlock to 15 shooting badges right off the bat, and is the reason why we upgraded close shot, because its mid-range shot so high, it's raised close shot pretty much halfway. In terms of three-point shot, we want to put that up to the max, which is 93. So that unlocks great stuff like Limitless Spot Up Hall of Fame and Rhythm Shooter Hall of Fame. You get Sniper Hall of Fame. Pretty much everything is gold or Hall of Fame, and a lot of great badges like Catch and Shoots Hall of Fame, Sniper, Limitless Spot Up, Lucky 7. They're all Hall of Fame. You get Mismatch Expert Gold, Hot Zone Hunter Gold, Green Machine Gold, Chef Gold, Deadeye Gold. You got 34 badges to play with here. No matter what you put on, you will be able to shoot the lights out with this build. So that is the 3-point mid-range shot. For free throw, I've got it to 86. That's just what I had left. I think he shoots about 88% from the free throw line, so it's around about realistic. In terms of playmaking, now he doesn't average a heap of assists. I think it's only 5 or 6 for his career. But on 2K, as the point guard, you have to make plays for your teammates. You're the guy with the ball in your hand most of the time. You're running the show, you're running the team. You need to be able to pass the ball effectively. So I recommend putting pass accuracy up to 90, as that unlocks pretty much every passing badge gold. You get Diamond Gold at 90, you got Bullet Passing Needle Threader, and you got Floor General Bailout, Break Starters Gold, so everything is gold for passing. In terms of ball handle, now we all know Kyrie Irving's probably one of the best dribblers there's ever been in the NBA. And unfortunately with the body settings, you can't get it any higher than 92, but it doesn't matter because you still get some great stuff unlocked at 92. You got handles for days, Hall of Fame at 91. You got quick chain, unlocked Hall of Fame. Tight handles is a good badge. Stop and go is pretty handy. Space Creator if you like doing step backs and stuff. They're all great badges. Obviously we've got things like Unpluckable Gold, Ankle Breaker Gold, so they're all great badges to have. Everything's at least gold. And then with speed with ball, we just want to upgrade that to 1 below the max. So that just unlocks the 34 playmaking badges with 93. And also at 92, we unlock Quick First Step Hall of Fame. So we've got that as well. And if you bump it one more, you get the 34th playmaking badge. But we've got Quick First Step Hall of Fame, which, you know, if you've ever used it Hall of Fame, you know how deadly it is. People just can't stay in front of you, particularly, you know, when you've got really high ball handle and you're small to begin with. They can't get across to you in time because you're so small in the game that in order for them to get in front of you, it's a smaller target to try and bump. Now that's all for playmaking. On defense, we want to upgrade perimeter defense all the way. Now, Kyrie Irving's not known for his defense. I wouldn't say he's a great defender. He's probably just an average defender. But on 2K, as the point guard, like I said before, you'll be defending the guy running the show. You know, you're defending the ball, so you need to be able to play defense at least a respectable level. So that's why I've got perimeter defense at 80 at the max. Unlocks things like clamp silver, menace silver, pick dodger, which is probably the most important one, which is gold, which I unlock at 79. I've gone one more just because I had a badge point left and I thought may as well max it out. In terms of steal, I think he only averages about 1.5 steals per game for his career, but on 2K it's just really great to have steal at least 86 so that you unlock gold pickpocket, gold pickpocket. You also get gold interceptor at 78 steal, but the main one is pickpocket gold. So that's it for defense. We want to leave that there. In terms of physicals, I've put speed at 88 and acceleration at 87. Now I know a lot of speed demons out there will probably look at that and think that's too low. They want it at least over 90. And originally I did have it at 90, but it does take away a lot of other attribute points that can unlock badges. And honestly, the 3 or 4 in speed and acceleration won't make a huge difference. We've all seen videos of centers catching up point guards, so I don't think it's a massive deal to drop it a little bit. I would actually recommend before you finish a build, just take 1 or 2 attributes of speed and acceleration and see what else you can upgrade and what other badges you can unlock, because they're weighted very heavily, speed and acceleration, so you can unlock a lot of other things if you just drop it down 1 or 2. Which is what I've done, so I recommend 88 speed and 87 acceleration for this build. I'm going to leave strength where it is, don't upgrade vertical because we don't have dunking, and just chuck the rest on stamina. So in total we have 21 finishing, 34 shooting, 34 playmaking, 16 defensive badges for a total of, wait for it, 105 badges on this build. Find me a build that has more badges than this one. 105. Good luck to anyone trying to guard this build. We'll move on to the takeovers. So I've chosen ankle breaking shots. Obviously it's got ankle breaking in the title. We've made a Kyrie Irving build, so it just makes sense. And also pull-up precision, like he's a deadly pull-up jump shooter. You know, good luck trying to stop him pulling up in your face as an opposing point guard. Like he's so good at it. So those two will be the best, I believe. So as we can see, you've made a two-way threat. Shades of Steve Nash, Darius Garland and Trae Young. I think all three of them definitely have characteristics of Kyrie. You know, the shooting of Steve Nash and Trae Young, and definitely the handles of all three of them. So we'll take a look at the badges. So for finishing, I recommend probably the ones for Kyrie. You definitely want fearless finisher, at least gold. You know, you might even want to just put it Hall of Fame, just get the 2 extra and put it Hall of Fame. But because you can only lay up, you definitely need that. You definitely need slithery finisher so you can stay away from contact. So I recommend putting that at least gold. Giant Slayer, because you're only 6'1", you're coming up against big centers. And then the rest is up to you. You know, you could just upgrade those 3 to Hall of Fame. You know, if you're someone that does, you know, reverse laps and things, you might want Acrobat. Unstrippable is just a great badge to have, because people do have that badge on defense, that strippable badge. But yeah, I mean, you don't really need grace under pressure, put back pass, you're not going to do any of that. Fast twitch. These are all the close shot badges that we're not going to use because we're not a center, but we upgraded that because it gave the most badge points for the attribute points. So from here you could easily just upgrade these gold badges, Hall of Fame. Just get them all Hall of Fame. And you got one left, you could get Acrobat Gold. So if it was me, that would be the layout I would go with. Gold Giant Slayer, Gold Acrobat, Hall of Fame Giant Slayer, Hall of Fame Fearless Finisher, Hall of Fame Slithery Finisher, and Unstrippable Bronze, just for a bit of safety. And to me, that looks unstoppable. Now for shooting, this is where, you can sort of put it to what you like. Deadeye's just great badges, Screen Machine, Lucky 7, Mismatch Expert's great, Hot Zone, Catch and Shoot's definitely a must. Volume Shooter, this sort of build, you want to be taking lots of shots, so Volume Shooter's great if you can get it at least silver, gives a pretty good boost. Sniper to make sure you just never miss. Your 3-point shot's so high. Gold Sniper, you should be hitting a fair lot of whites. Then Limitless Spotter, Rhythm Shooter if you love dribbling. So you probably want to do dribbling with this build. And then other stuff, Chef might be a great one to have. Slithery off ball so you don't get bumped off the ball. And with 2 left, you might just want to upgrade, Corner Specialist just to make you really deadly in the corner. Or even Circus 3s, whatever you like. There's so many badge points to play with. You could just stack things Hall of Fame. Just have your favourite ones. It's really up to you, but there's heaps to play with here. Now on to playmaking. We definitely want, things that would suit Kyrie's. Definitely Ankle Breaker, Hyperdrive, Quick Chain. He's actually really good in the triple threat. A lot of his work is done before he's even dribbled the ball. People are so scared of him blowing by that he just has to juke one way, start dribbling, and then he's got him exactly where he wants him. He can just cross him up no matter what. So triple threat juke's great. It's not great on 2K, but that's definitely one that would apply to Kyrie. Actually, it's not too bad on 2K. Having used it, it's okay to have at least silver, bronze or silver. Unpluckable's just a great badge. Stop and go is really handy. Quick first step, if you've ever used it at Hall of Fame, it is deadly. Needle thread is just great. Diamond at least silver, we definitely want that. Bailout, you can have bronze. It's just a handy badge to have if you've got one left over. I won't put it on now. Downhill, just to help with speed, you might want to put that bronze or silver. Handles for days, you definitely want. So that would be one you'd want to put maybe gold or Hall of Fame. And then tight handles is great badge to have. Just at least silver. So there's a lot, like I said, for shooting, there's a lot here to play with. You can definitely customize this to how you play and what you need. But yeah, you got 34 badges, which is a heap to play with. Now on defense, we just want the stock standard ones. There's not much to say here. Each time it's just going to be pickpocket as high as you can, menace, tireless defender bronze, pick dodger as high as you can. And then you might want clamps and interceptor, and you can play around with it. If you don't think menace is worth it, you can always take that off and just put it on clamps. Then you can have interceptor silver, or you can put interceptor bronze and have menace bronze as well. You got 16. You should be able to work something out that helps you defend pretty well. But yeah, that would be sort of the badges I would look at. So all in all, that's the build. I really hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a really great day.